What's up, my friends? It is Saturday, post-Thanksgiving. We should all be feeling a little bit less lethargic. Anyways, I'm just checking in to see how you're all doing. My name's Alexandra. I'm founder of Life With Herpes. I have been talking about having herpes publicly since 2017. I was diagnosed, I'm cold, by the way. I'm a little space heater. I was diagnosed with herpes in 2003, HSV1, and then HSV2 in 2011. Not ideal, but it's something that I have, and it's something I've learned to live with. And honestly, I wouldn't change it based on knowing what I know now. So it's my intention here to bring awareness to living with herpes, bring awareness to sexual health, bring awareness to what it is to live with herpes, how common it really is, ways to potentially avoid transmission, or you yourself, if you don't have herpes, ways to prevent catching it. Also let us all know how common it is and how really it is difficult to avoid coming into contact with herpes. In fact, 90% of the people by the age of 50 will have come into contact with the HSV virus. So it is something that we really have a hard time avoiding. So with that being said, you can ask your questions here. I will get through them. A lot of times I will get hundreds of questions and I'm unable to get to them all. So I hope you all understand that. So if you have questions, keep asking them now and I will get to them as soon as possible. Also, I appreciate all the little hearts that you're giving. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then, of course, if you know somebody that needs to hear this information, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's an ex, maybe it's someone potentially you want to date, this would be a good opportunity to share this information with them. So let me go through the questions as they come in. My biggest fear was always catching that. Yeah, as well. I mean, nobody really wants to catch an STD, STI, obviously, right? Nobody's like, yes, let me go do that. Because of the stigma that comes with it. Unfortunately, herpes is something that is sexually transmitted and also not sexually transmitted. So we end up with the same virus regardless of it being sexually transmitted. So it is something that is difficult to avoid getting, because with 2 out of 3 people having HSV1, that's a lot of people with HSV1, right? Which means that statistically you could say if you have a family of 4, then 2 out of those 4 people potentially have HSV1 or will have HSV1. So it is very difficult to avoid getting that. So we have this idea of catching it or something like that. Yeah, I understand that as well. The rejection is the hardest part. Haley is saying that. The rejection, nobody likes rejection, period, the end. Forget having herpes, forget all of that. Nobody likes rejection. It hurts. It hurts our ego. It hurts our self-awareness, our confidence, all of that. Nobody likes rejection. So rejection happens regardless of having herpes or not. I have had my heart broken, I don't know now, but I had my heart broken many times before I ever had herpes, and herpes had nothing to do with it. So when rejection happens because of herpes, or when we're told it's you have herpes, I don't want to be with you, that person just doesn't want to be with you. That person isn't, that person isn't into you. And as hard as that hurts to hear, because we like to tell ourselves, oh, if I didn't have herpes, we would have dated, all these other things. This whole serendipity thing plays in our head. If we get rejected for having herpes, it's for 3 reasons. Number 1, the person is just not emotionally mature when it comes to dealing with sexual health. They can't talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. It's something that they can't handle. Number 2, this person is married to a concept that's not going to change. They're married to the idea that herpes is bad and it's wrong and it's disgusting, and they're never going to go that route, which is unfortunate, because that person has someone they love unconditionally that has herpes. That person has already come in contact with somebody that has herpes, all these things, but they're just married to that concept. Or third, the person's not into you. Period, the end. And we'd rather know up front than 6, 9, a year down, months, a year down the road. So anyways, I know it hurts, but it's hard. It is hard. True, but it depends on how sexually active you are. Depends on how sexually active you are to catch it. Yes and no. So clearly we can say if you have had sex with 100 people, you're at a higher risk of catching STIs, STDs, specifically herpes. Clearly, like you've had sex with 100 people, you have a higher chance than if you slept with one person, right? Absolutely. No one can disagree with that statement. However, that one person has an 80% chance of having herpes. So that's pretty high. And so the thing is it's not, it is a numbers game, but it's not. With so many people having herpes, 2 out of 3 have HSV1 and 1 out of 6 have HSV2. So it's extremely common. So even if you had sex with one person, there's a high risk chance that that one person has herpes. So let's try and switch that concept of like, well, it has to do with being promiscuous, or maybe you shouldn't have done this, or maybe you shouldn't have done that. Or maybe you've only been with one person and that person had it. See what I mean? So let's try and switch that concept. Oops. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. I always like hearts. I have had genital HSV1 since January with 1 outbreak. You got an unclear info on transmission rate. So genital HSV1 is the largest growing like herpes transmission, whatever you want to say. Majority of the people have genital HSV1. It's extremely common, and that's what most people are getting now. Not as many people are getting HSV2 genital. And it's because HSV1 is oral, and people are doing things with their mouth, and it's getting transmitted. So the education is not out there about oral HSV1 can become genital HSV1. Can it be transmitted? So if you have genital HSV1, you are only contagious genitally, you're not contagious orally. Vice versa, if you have oral herpes, you're only contagious orally. So I hope that answers your question. I don't know if you had any other questions, Malcolm. How to prevent outbreaks, go longer without having one. So this goes into the next one because someone's asking about lysine. And I was just going to say lysine has been a lifesaver for me, as well as other supplements to help boost our immune system. So as far as ways to go further and farther between our outbreaks, number one, I would say, what's your lifestyle like? Are you living a intense? Are you stressed out? So stress plays a huge role. We want to do anything we can do to calm our nervous system. I have some products here that we created. Here's my little herpes bag of tricks drawer. We have some herpes products that we've created to help with the nervous system. Number one, I would say the recovery soak is going to help calm that nervous system. When our nervous system's out of whack, that means like that, basically like you can feel the adrenaline going through your body, right? Like you're just like almost like this. So anything we can do to calm our body, these herpes wellness products, the Secret Society wellness products are specifically formulated. They're naturally formulated to help with calming our nervous system, calming our emotions, helping with pain, helping with wound healing, all sorts of things. The soap, we've actually changed the way that the soap looks. We took away the colors. It was a natural dye, and each batch was coming out a different color because it's natural. So now it's just white. But anyways, the soap sells out literally like every week. We can't keep it in stock. We can't make it fast enough. So this soap is amazing. But all these products are going to help calm your nervous system, help with herpes outbreaks. There's lysine in each of these products, which I'll get into the next question about lysine. So lysine helps block the replication and also helps speed up the recovery of an outbreak. All these are linked for you. They're on Black Friday sale right now. So they're 20% off. I never go that deep with the products. So go check them out. So lysine, so back to how do we prevent outbreaks. So lysine is something, it's a protein, it's an essential amino acid. And it is a protein that helps block the replication of the herpes virus. So what do we do with this? It's a supplement. You can eat high lysine foods, or you can supplement your body with it. I take this daily. I take it in cahoots with Monolaurin, which I'll get into in a second. But this is something that there's studies out and things like that show how lysine is very beneficial. So if this is something you're not taking, Kaylee, I'd recommend taking this. And then I like to take Monolaurin with it. So Monolaurin is lauric acid, which is basically what monolaurin or lauric acid is it is something that helps disrupt the outer layer of an enveloped virus. An enveloped virus is a herpes virus. There's other viruses like the flu, the cold. Those viruses are also enveloped viruses. An enveloped virus has an outer shell, like imagine like this bottle has an outer shell. Our immune system cannot penetrate it. When our immune system cannot penetrate it, it can't go in and fight and do what it needs to do. So this helps disrupt that outer layer of enveloped viruses, aka the HSV virus, so our immune system can go in. So I take these in cahoots daily, and if I don't take them, like I'm out or I'm too tired or I forget to pack them on vacation or whatever, I can feel the prodrome starting. So when I feel the prodrome starting, I definitely go straight to my Lysine and make sure that I have the monolaurin. Then there is angiographis, which is new to me. I'd say like 2 weeks new to me. This is also on promotion right now. It was supposed to be done yesterday. I saw it's still live, so I have it linked. You can check it out. But angiographis helps with, basically, there is a word that is specifically used for viruses, but it basically helps destroy the herpes virus. So that's key. You want to do that. All linked for you. Those are some things I'd recommend. If you want to go a little bit more naturally, day to day, what we can do is I would work on meditation. I would work on breath work. I would work on getting plenty of sleep. I would work on having a clean diet. These are all some other things we can do in between. Can you explain? Okay, I just did that. Another method versus meds that works good. Yeah, that's what I like to do. Stress is a major one. Please, can I ask a question? Yeah, ask your questions. So do you tell every partner? Yeah, I disclosed when I was single, and when I was dating, I disclosed if it was somebody I was going to expose the virus to. So just because I was dating doesn't mean I was going to sleep with the person, doesn't mean I was going to expose them to him, so I had no reason to tell them. I told them when, if that was get to that point. I have hair in my mouth. Sorry about that. Wow, would have never thought of it like that. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I've never had to use Valtrex or acyclovir, Lysine only, and it works. That's awesome, Tosh. Yeah, Lysine it's natural. So I'm natural. I like to go as natural as possible. Not that I'm saying that an antiviral is not the right choice. Definitely talk to your doctor if you have questions, whether we're talking about Lysine, we're talking about antivirals. They are prescriptions, so that's something that you have to get prescribed from a doctor, and I highly recommend looking into that if that's an avenue you want to take. Once my ex gave me this years ago, I'm single and will stay that way. I could never tell a man. That makes me really sad to hear that, because there's so many people that are accepting of it. I would recommend working on it yourself. We need to work through this. We need to understand that the majority of the population has herpes, and for us to hold ourselves back for something that the majority of the population has it's really sad. That this is why I'm doing this. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to hold yourself back. I don't want you to not date. I don't want you to miss out on beautiful events. I don't know why I have like a Muppet hand. I don't want you to miss out on beautiful events in life, like falling in love, all those things, because we have herpes, when there is somebody out there that either has it as well or is like, I don't care, I want you. I want you. So I don't want you to feel that way or hold back. So please keep watching these, and I hope that I can encourage you. I hope other people here can encourage you. And this is why I've created the Secret Society, that we have our online community. Because when I was diagnosed in 2011, there was nothing, right? Like nobody talked about this. And so by having this community, we can talk about this. We can talk to our other colleagues, but like other people in this situation that have herpes. It is absolutely crushing and heartbreaking to hear people that miss out on life. I've talked to people that have quit certain jobs. I've talked to people that have dropped out of school. I've talked to people that have never gotten married or never had children because of this, and I don't want that to happen. So you can tell I'm passionate about this. Okay, wait, I missed a lot of questions, guys. I have to go in a second because I have a little boy that needs me. Every guy who has told me has been ever very sensitive and has always understood, and we worked through it. I love that. I've only had one outbreak. In January, I take Valtex daily for the suppression. Yeah, that's an option if you want to take that daily. I'm glad someone is willing to talk about this. You've had it since being 17, and you were not being I totally understand. There's so much thought that like, oh, well, you obviously were promiscuous. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. Doesn't matter. What matters is we all did something. We all had skin-to-skin contact with somebody. That's it. That's normal and that's human. Thank you for watching this, you guys. I really appreciate you being here. Definitely share this information with somebody that needs to hear it. And I go live as often as I possibly can in order to be here with you guys. Herpes doesn't discriminate. Absolutely not. Lifesaver for me, and a red algae has helped. You know, that's something I need to ask a lot of questions about with my naturopath, red algae. So yeah, I'm glad that's helpful. Let's end the stigma. Let's bring awareness to it. Do I take daily meds? I just take the supplements that I talked about right here. I have them linked for you. They are still on Black Friday sale. They were supposed to end yesterday, and I just looked before I went live, and they're still on sale. So you can check them out. These are what I take daily. Does my family have to know your status at the labor? I guess you're pregnant. No, just you and your doctor. Just you and your doctor be on the same page. And if you ever, when you're in labor, if you ever need like a chance, you need to talk to your doctor and like your mom's there or like your mother-in-law, ask them to leave. It's your medical situation and you need to share that with your doctor. Do you tell all your partners? I did in the past. Are your products only for those that have herpes or for anybody? You can use them for anybody. They are specifically formulated for herpes, but like my husband uses them. I use them on my son. Like if my son has an owie, a lot of times I'll use the Everyday Wellness Oil because it cleans out wounds. So I'll use this on him. Like I said, the soap, this sells out all the time. My husband uses it and I use it on my son. My parents use it. There's other products that are not, like this is not specifically for herpes. It's a oil with 24 karat gold in it, which is amazing. It's a body oil. So has nothing to do with herpes. There's a lot of products that have nothing to do with herpes. So check them out. Like I said, they are all 20% off. Diaper cream, sores help. All right, my friends. Do you disclose right away online or in person? So I am of the generation and was raised to always have difficult conversations in person. I also came from the mortgage industry, which was like you have to have hard conversations and you should always have those hard conversations with your clients in person or over the phone. So with that being said, herpes is a hard conversation. Sex is a big deal. It's an intimate thing between two people. So I feel like if you're going to be doing something intimate, you should be having a one-on-one conversation about it in person. If we can't have those conversations, then maybe we shouldn't be doing it, right? So what I like to say, it should be the easiest, hardest conversation in a relationship. It should be an easy, hard conversation. Is it uncomfortable? Yeah. Do I want to have it? Not really. But is it really important? And do I understand the benefit of having it in person and really communicating and coming up with a solution together of what we feel comfortable with? Absolutely. So I like to say, have these conversations in person, especially if you're looking for a long-term relationship. If it's something that's going to be super casual, like a one-night stand or just like a buddy, then yeah, do it in text and like, what do you care? Right? Like if you never see him again or never hear from him again, what do you care? It was not ever meant to be anything serious. So if it's going to be something longer term, I'd say have it in person. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. Like I said, I do my best to get to all these questions. I do have a little boy that I need to tend to. I had a few minutes. I wanted to go live. I wanted to tell you that the Black Friday sales are still on, so definitely go check out the links. What else? I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. I know it's over, but we're in the holiday season. I hope you all enjoy. I appreciate all of you, and I'm grateful for all of you, and I am grateful that you're spending your Saturday afternoon / evening with me. I truly appreciate that, so thank you. And like I said, I'm just here to spread the awareness and knowledge and education. If you know someone that needs to hear this, please share it with them, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget to follow if you're not following. All right, I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have an awesome day. Thank you for the hearts. You can tell I'm actually freezing and I have like a blue line right here. That's really funny. All right, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.